Don't you ever feel that life is passing you by?
Life passes you by. That's what happens.
Where are you heading?
To an early grave if my family's DNA has anything to do with it.
I meant now.
Sorry, thought you were still being all existential. I'm going to look around, rummage through some second-hand stalls, and if nothing grabs me, I'll head to Asda. And on that note, I better get going. Don't want to miss any second-hand bargains.
It's bound to be bargains. That's the whole point of second-hand stores.
What about antiques?
What about them?
Well, technically, they're second-hand, but they're hardly a bargain.
Rare old stuff trumps just old stuff. And what they sell round here is old stuff.
In that case, I'm off to try and find some rare old stuff amongst the old stuff.
Good luck with that.
You gotta be positive. Just look at me. I haven't got a job, don't own my own home, haven't got a partner. The world's my oyster. There's nothing to hold me back.
Hi, Paul. Didn't know you had a garden. It was cheap. Eh? It's from a window box. It's getting very competitive with the flat opposite, although I think I edged it this year. You got geraniums? I do like a nice display of red geraniums. That was last year. This year I've gone for a less uniform display, a bit more creative. This bag of compost should keep me on top of things. Hopefully it's good stuff. We added John Innes, it must be good. That must be a typo, surely. We do all end up in the ground anyway, why not make a feature of it? Highly unlikely that a compost company would market their product as including the bones of someone called John Innes. Plus, I don't think there'd be enough of him to go around. Well, we are all getting bigger. You should wait for the mounted police patrol to do their rounds. How often is that? I'd be forever carrying around a bucket and spade just waiting for horse poo. Why are you waiting here with a bucket and spade, they ask? I'm waiting for horse poo. Waiting for horse poo. Get it? Eh? Waiting for horse poo, as in waiting for Godot. Eh? The Beckett play, Waiting for Godot. If you have to explain a joke, it's failed, man. It's failed.
Caught anything yet?
Do I ever? This fellow's got the reflexes of a ninja. Damn, he's good.
What have I told you? Just stay out at sea, plenty of fish there. Hence that naff quote, plenty of fish, etc.
There may be plenty of fish, but there's loads of other seagulls. Far too much competition. I'm not in my prime anymore, and my reflexes aren't what they were. I've caught fish only to lose it in a tussle with a more flexible and aggressive youngster. So I'm happy to take my chances with this chap and the shop's wider buffet selection.
You're losing out, mate.
Well, obviously I don't catch as many meals as I'd like, but it's enough to survive. I don't want much. Unlike some of my fellow compatriots, they just take. They don't work for it. They all want something for nothing.
Hey, you're sounding dangerously right-wing if you ask me.
Low blood sugar tends to make me a bit short-tempered.
Yeah, the things I'll come out with when I'm craving a Kit Kat.
You don't have to listen. You can go back home.
I'll let that one go.
Sorry, that came out a bit wrong. I meant you don't have to catch your food. You can just go home. It's all on tap.
I still like to keep my hand in with the occasional mouse or bird. I mean, small bird, not gulls, obviously.
Oh, this is hopeless. I'm starving.
I'll distract him.
You do that for me.
Yeah, can't have you coming out with any more dodgy outbursts.
I was hungry.
Yeah, I know. Right, I'll rush in, divert his attention. Then you grab the fish and we meet on Creek Bridge to share the spoils.
Don't be too long. Remember, I haven't eaten for some time.
No, I'm risking a few whacks with a mop for you. Don't you dare get greedy.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. You still here? You're leaving it late to get those last-minute bargains?
The nature of last minute is that it's last minute.
Interesting.
You don't play golf?
No, I don't, but I think I'll be able to sell them on.
Who to?
Maybe on eBay. People around.
Do you even know anyone who plays golf?
This area's up and coming. It's ripe for gentrification.
I didn't realise artists play golf.
Artists?
They're usually the first signs of gentrification. Artist studios, galleries, coffee shops. Not sure about golfers.
Well, maybe not golfers, but the wealthier influx tend to have it as a hobby. £10. Bit pricey. A fiver, and that's my final offer. Sold.
Where are all these wealthy people supposed to be living?
Those new flats on the site of the old distillery look pretty tasty.
Oh, yeah, they're bound to house a few millionaires desperate for a cheap set of golf clubs.
They may want a bargain, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Apparently those flats are selling for almost £1 million.
What do you need to earn to get £1 million mortgage?
Loads, I would imagine. I've always wondered what you need to do to get those huge salaries. The head of M&S earned £2 million last year, and it's not as if he manages a large branch. And don't get me started on what the head of Sainsbury's earned. £4 million. £4 million!
If you were a shareholder, you could ask at one of those general meeting thingies.
I'm not a shareholder.
You'll just have to do a bit of investigating.
Guessing they might keep it to themselves. They don't want just anyone getting on the £2 million a year bandwagon.
How much do you earn?
15 grand a year. I'm kind of happy with that. Covers my bills with the occasional luxury. The job can be challenging, but I get to work from the lounge.
Working from home can have its drawbacks. Every hour is potentially a working hour.
No, I meant the Deptford Library Lounge. They serve a nice tea and the occasional espresso coffee if I want a bit of a pick-me-up.
Surely it's cheaper to work in your own lounge with your own coffee and tea on tap.
It's a large variety of reading material, or research is what I tell my line manager. With the occasional interesting convo with the library staff thrown in. I'm on a week holds, but I decided to pop in anyway.
Staycation.
Yep, staycation. Cheap tea and coffee, comfy seats, amiable staff and clean toilets. Well, you get your pleasures where you can.
What are you going to do with those?
Maybe they were a bit of an impulse buy. Look a bit too old. I'll probably use the word vintage in the ad. Hopefully somebody will bite.